Macklin, what do you see on your game-tying goal there?
I mean, not much. I just saw he tried to rim it out and tried to keep it in and then tried to make a play.
On your pass to Eklund there on the overtime goal, the referee gets in your way there. Just how do you kind of see that when you're kind of trying to get it off the wall there, but the referee is right there?
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously it worked out. I mean, he's not trying to get in the way, but that could have ended badly, so thank God it worked out.
Macklin, you've been in 6-on-5 situations, obviously. Is there a sense of calm, or what kind of sense do you have? Obviously, you need a goal, you're pulling the goalie for an extra attacker, but what kind of feeling is there in that? Is it calm, or what do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we have a great group. I mean, I trust all the guys. I mean, we work on it sometimes, but it's all a feel thing. We had plenty of chances throughout the game to kind of get one of those, but obviously never worked out. And so I think there was a lot more confidence in our group when we got the extra attacker.
What must it mean to right now to obviously be in a playoff race, your first playoff race at the NHL level, and to play games every night with meaning?
I mean, it's great. It's great. I mean, this is what we want. This is the position we want to be in, especially with where things were. I think we're doing a great job kind of handling all of it, and I think we have the group to do it. Obviously, there's a whole season, half a season left, and there's a lot of work to do, but you can just have a feeling in our group. We're confident in those situations that when we're down 3-2 or tied 2-2 going in late against a really, really good team and playoff team. So I think it's a different kind of swagger and feeling in our group.
How awesome is this to do this in front of your dad?
It's great. It's great. Obviously, for all of us, our dads meant so much to us growing up. They're probably the ones that put us in skates and influenced us in every way possible. So that was a big couple wins in front of them.
Was it a bit frustrating there in the third where you guys do get a lead, but then just a minute later it was tied again?
That's how it works sometimes. You're going to get chances, and sometimes they don't go in, sometimes they do. Sometimes the other team scores, and you got to crawl your way back. So, yeah, I mean, we handled it well.
It seemed like you guys were getting a lot of chances. What made it so difficult to really pull away from this team?
I mean, they're a great team. I know they're injured, so are we. They have a great goalie in that, so do we. So it was just a lot of chances back and forth, and obviously, they're a great hockey team.
How big was Askarov tonight in the net, especially early on in the first period? He made some huge saves there.
Yeah, he's been amazing for us.
And speaking of games that matter, to take this from a team, this point from a team that's right with you in the wild card standing, just what's that significance to you there?
Yeah, I mean that's. We've kind of battled with them throughout the year, and to take those games obviously mean a lot. When you're battling against teams in your division, you don't want them to get points, and you want to kind of take points from them. So, that was a huge win.
In OT there with the turnover there, you see it on that side. I mean, are your eyes just bulging there when you seeing them in a 2-on-1 in that situation?
Yeah, it worked out perfectly.
Adam, nice to come back there and get a goal there for your first game back.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice when you're out for a bit and you're able to contribute like that. But otherwise, felt really good out there, and felt like I didn't really miss a beat being out a couple games, and just going to try to get better from here on out.
Talk about the challenge of playing the Kings, just defensively. They're so tight, but it seemed like you guys did a pretty good job actually overall, kind of defensively, blow by blow.
Yeah, they're a good team. They get a lot of good players on their team, and they gel really well together. So, they zip the puck around in the O-zone, and I think defensively we did a pretty good job tonight, and we're going to keep harping on that, and that's what helps us win games.
So Adam, it was a bit frustrating where they got a couple of goals right back within a minute, just when you take a lead and it gets tied again.
Yeah, you don't want to give the momentum up that quick like that. But I think still we did a great job being resilient, and coming back like that, it shows a lot of character in our group, and it was good to get 2 points.
And defensively overall, there were a couple of great chances, but most of them were all off of rebounds and sort of dirty goals. that make you feel a little more comfortable on how you guys are doing defensively lately?
Yeah, I thought defensively we were pretty good. When they're creating havoc like that, teams are going to put pucks in the net just to create havoc, and that's where a lot of goals are scored. So we just got to bear down, be hard and heavy in those areas, and not panic and get that puck out and prevent that from happening.
And how do you feel overall? This is a tough team. They also want to make the playoffs. They're hard, and they feel fairly even with you guys in every aspect.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good win for us. They're in our division and one of our rivals, so it's always fun to come in here and play and get a win. And it's going to go a long way down the line competing for playoffs.
That's a struggle tonight.
I don't know if it was like a big defensive struggle. I don't know if that was the thing tonight. I don't know. It's a tough, back-to-back game coming in here, and obviously they're gonna have chances when we're a little tired and stuff like that. But I thought we bear down and we were playing pretty good at all over the ice.
Why don't you take us through that, overtime goal there and how that whole thing developed with Macklin sort of breaking that play?
Yeah, obviously, if you're open for Mac, he's gonna find you. So that's something that I was trying to do, and just be open. He found me good there, and I was able to be a little lucky and get that in.
And you've been working really hard, and you've been getting a lot of opportunities, and is it finally good to see one go by?
Yeah, these last 2 games, I feel like I have a lot of chances to score a goal, and it's when you want to score so much, it's almost like those chances is not coming as much. So I'm just happy that it's went in this time.
What do you see on that move from Macklin to tie the game there?
I don't know. I was just so focused on getting open for him, and he just stands that guy. So enough can be said about this guy.
How much energy does it take to come to a game like this back-to-back where every point is so important?
It's huge, obviously it's in the same division here, and we both want to achieve something big here. And, coming in here in a back-to-back and having our mentors and dads in the stands, I think that's, brought us some extra energy today, and, it was nice to bear down and get a win here.
Can you just describe kind of the up and downs of this game? You guys obviously have the lead most of the night, and then they take the lead, and then the end there.
Yeah, unique game. I liked our start. Liked our second period a lot. They got, they took control there in the third, but we, kept plugging away, and big 6-on-5 goal there. Mac makes a hell of a play. For the majority of our game, I liked what we did. We did some really good things. And then, our skill kind of took over there.
The goal that was disallowed, what did you see on that goal that you didn't challenge?
Well, it goes off his hand, so the league looks at it. So, that was a league call.
A lot of games obviously left, but considering the situation, back-to-back, division team, biggest win to date?
Yeah, it's pretty close, I'd say. And the way, like you said, back-to-back. Against a tough team that plays a very tough style of play against, sitting with the coaches in there, it's the first time in my 4 years where there's this emotion in our locker room. It's hard to even put into words of the feeling that we get after that type of game, that emotional win. But there's some real good stuff going on right now. We're definitely making steps in the right direction of where we want to get to as an organization, and credit to the group that they've put in the work. They understand how we want to play. They just stick with it. They don't give up. So, but the feeling in that locker room is pretty special.
Has it become speechless at all what number 71 does out there?
He just keeps impressing us and getting better and better. And he took over that game there and, makes a hell of a play on the 6-on-5. He's definitely turning into a superstar right before our eyes, that's for sure.
Speaking of different ways to win, the Kings like to play a more defensive style, and it looked like you guys actually matched them for most of the game. So
yeah.
Is that something that you can take from this game?
Yeah, for sure. I liked what we did. We got a little loose there defensively in the third, but I thought we did a good job of even getting some really good opportunities for a team that defends really well in front of their net. I thought we did some good things to create offense, had some good chances in the second. Power play was good tonight. So, again, something we continue to work on and get better at is defending around our net, but we're doing some good things here.
When you see how good this team has been tonight, do you see if this team can go forwards and climb up through the standings?
Yeah, I mean, I think, anything's possible. We're going to keep getting better, and we'll let you guys talk about the standings and the playoffs, and we'll just focus on us and getting better each and every day, individually and collectively. I sound like a broken record. Don't really look at the standings. We're just going to take it one day at a time and, focus on each day we get. We'll rest up tomorrow, we'll practice Friday, and get ready for Saturday.
When they scored that late goal in the third, to take that lead, it's easy to get frustrated at that point. What can you say about the confidence just coming right back in a minute and tying? Yeah,
again, like I said, we played a pretty good game up to that point. So that was really the message. Hey, we're playing good hockey. Let's just, we got to get, in the offensive zone and hound some pucks and then hold on to it and make some plays. And again, we liked our game for the majority of that, majority of the game. It's just, we got a little loose and that's what happens. So that's more a lesson for a younger team learning here.
And Eklund, for some time he's having a great game, but just unable to score. So that nice goal at the end, a game winner at that.
Yeah, Eki was really good again tonight. I thought he was good last night. He's starting to see the guy we saw there in training camp and early in part of the season before his injury. So if we can continue to get him, getting going in the right direction, it's only going to strengthen our team.
Speaking of Macklin,
sat out that homestand there and came back after missing 3 games. What do you thought about his game?
Who's that?
Adam Gaudette.
Yeah, I thought Gods was good. Yeah, I thought he had his legs tonight. Obviously, a big goal in the tip. I thought he was good playing center, which he hasn't done a lot of, but I thought he was good tonight.
Speaking of Macklin, and you mentioned how he took it over there, how much confidence does just he individually give your group that you have a guy like that who can take over a shift like that?
Yeah, I think, and you look around the league, I think it's probably with a lot of these special players, right? So, you can hear it on the bench a little bit. Oh, there he goes. So, he drags guys into the fight. That's what I'll say. That makes him, the stuff that he does on the ice and the way he competes, the skills and what he does, his God-given talent is one thing, but the way he drags our players into the fight, that's what special players do, and that's what's most impressive for me.
Some players may not shirk away, but maybe are nervous in the big moment. He seems to eat that up.
Yeah, that's
what do you
ultra competitive. No moment is too big for him, and I know it's early in his career, but he's just the competitiveness that this kid has. You would drop him in Vancouver on a rink with no roof against the Anaheim Ducks, and he'd be ready to play. That's what type of competitor he is, and that's what makes him special.
The fourth line has been a rock for you guys this year, but tonight does seem like they had a tough time, especially with the Fiala line. Why was that a tough matchup for them tonight?
They struggled. They obviously played 11 forwards. We were trying to, I trust that group. I trust those guys to play sound defensively and get to our identity of a team, and they just couldn't get to their game tonight. So, look, it's one game. It's going to happen. For the most part this year, they've been really consistent.
Tyler Toffoli scored that goal, in the second period, the power play goal. But then he had a lot of chances where he just barely missed. So what do you thought about his game? And it seemed like he's getting closer and closer to how he used to be scoring.
Yeah, Toph was good tonight. I think he likes playing against his former team. I think and his dad's here, so that helps.